I want to talk about respecting your kids. And I know that kind of sounds crazy, but I want to talk about how y'all discipline your kids. Now, I ain't here to tell nobody how to discipline their kids or nothing like that, but I want to tell you that it's a mistake to be hollering and yelling at your kids. You are literally causing trauma in your kids. I'm going to repeat that. You are literally causing trauma in your kids in order to prove a point, or I understand that you may not have been taught how to communicate and how to respect people, but we have to make some changes in this generation with these kids. You cannot be yelling and screaming. I mean, you can do what you want, but in order to keep people out of therapy, in order to raise a healthy child, I feel like yelling and screaming at your child is just a bit much. Like, what you guys don't understand, that you're causing trauma. You're creating a trauma for this child to have to heal from. Why would you want to do that when you can simply, have a conversation or talk in a different type of tone? It's okay to discipline your kids. I'm not saying don't discipline your kids, but there's a way to discipline your kids. Yelling, screaming, cussing, got a belt in your hand, causing fear in your kids. Like, to me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you're literally causing trauma for the kid. And I don't have a small child. My son is grown. However, I have done it. I've been there, but I changed it quickly once I realized that I was doing exactly what was done to me as a child. Once I realized that, I immediately stopped doing all the yelling, the screaming, the cussing, all of that. Once I realized what I was doing and realized, well, you're doing exactly the same thing that was done to you, basically because you didn't know no better and you thinking that this is the way. And it's not. Learn, and what I mean by respect your child, talk to your child, like, have conversations with your children. All the yelling and screaming and all of that, like, we got to stop that. We got to stop. You're going to get more effective discipline if you simply just have a conversation. Especially once they get of a certain age. And that's just a fact. Like, that's just a fact. Like, people don't believe how close me and my son are. Like, we are extremely close. Like, extremely close. And that's because once I realized that I was creating trauma in him, I stopped it immediately, because I'm like, nah, man, this ain't cool. So it's just not cool to create trauma in your child just because that's the way you were brought up. Obviously, the way you were brought up wasn't correct. Because yelling and screaming at your child, all this talk about gentle parenting. Yeah, gentle parenting is cool, but I'm not saying don't insert, like, don't play with me, boy, type of energy, or girl. Like, it's a different, you can do that, but in a different way. There's a way to do everything. And I know there is no cookie cut book that's going to tell you exactly how to be a parent, because every child is different. So every child cannot be parent the same way. But I feel like that we have got to start talking to our kids. Why did you do that? Like, when they do stuff wrong, why did you do that? And let them explain. Let them talk. Don't talk over them and, no, you did it because this. You ask them a question, so allow them to answer the question. That's how you properly communicate. And what I am noticing, that in a lot of these YNs and these young men that I come across, they don't know how to communicate properly. And that's a problem. We have got to fix that. And it starts with you as a parent. So, y'all be blessed. You don't know who I am. I am Lovely Lotus AC. I am a intuitive energy reader. I am also a spiritual life coach.